just like, hey, YouTube, I'm going to start for just a minute. And then we can start right away on Facebook. Or if we can start as soon as possible once you hit live on Facebook.
Let's see.
That might help.
We're already going. We're on YouTube.
What up, YouTube?
Hi there.
Still got to fix the the title. Still says what's coming in 2019.
Yeah, just go change it.
I tried to last time, and I don't know if it let me. Let me try it now.
It will. You just type it in. Update it. Hey, everybody. We're just I'm trying to get the two-shot set, so give us just a sec.
Get the two-shot set, Dave.
Get the two-shot set.
Ricky, what? Okay, I don't see it in videos. Where do I change the title on live?
Just go into the Creator Studio and then go to live streaming.
Live streaming. Okay. I didn't know that was an option. Doing this beforehand. Or just change it to another generic one.
No, you don't want generic. You want it to be what it is.
Yeah, it's only going to stay up for a couple days.
No, it's always on.
No, because we published the regular one and then it...
I know, but this one...
We don't need the live.
No, but there is always... The live recording goes into the thing.
What thing?
It goes into the video manager. So we do a live recording, it goes into the video manager, and then this window sits here ready for the next one. So it doesn't change it on all the things. This is for this instance, this moment in time, as it were.
Okay, I'll stop talking.
One moment in time.
Dave's getting frustrated with me. I demand too much.
No, you just don't know nothing. No.
Oh no, what happened?
Heaven forbid you learn. We'll learn you.
Yeah, heaven forbid you teach me something.
I'm in a constant state of teaching you. I'm in a constant state of learning from you too. That's what a lot of people don't realize.
Okay. Ooh, I can play an ad from here. You guys want to see an ad? Who knows what it's going to be? It's going to be an ad for Gillette. Actually, they put out another ad that I liked. It was about being a dad. It was like the dad is showing his son how to shave, and it shows him showing his sons how to run football drills and get better at football, and then he gets drafted. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that's been out for a long time.
Yeah. Okay, so I changed it, and now I'm looking for the save button.
There you go, guys. You ought to be able to see a two-shot now of me and the man.
Does it save automatically? I don't see a save button.
It doesn't. It does automatically. Yes.
Oh, okay. Let me go back to our channel.
All right, guys. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and start. Forgot to name this on Facebook. Hey, guys. Welcome to Church Media Guy Show. I'm Dave. That right there, that guy, that's Justin. Justin,
what's up?
We're just doing a little bit of pre-show-ish stuff here, so give us a sec. We're basically recording this is the live recording of our show, which is the Church Media Guy Show. It's a show that Justin and I do each week, where we interview interesting people. We talk about cool stuff in church media and marketing and all the stuff right around that space. So, we're going to try a couple of things today, Justin. We're going to do some live transitions, bumpers into the different segments, and see how that works. We're gonna see if we can make it go nice and smooth. It'll be nice.
I like it.
In fact, I'm going to try one right now.
Try one right now, Dave.
Let me stop.
I like the background too. It's very nice.
Thank you. I want to stop his music. Let me see, and I'm going to go like this.
Chris said the music is loud. That sounds just like him. Chris, are you on the stream? What's going on? Adam Schumann is in the house. You know who that is?
Adam Shuckman, yes.
Shuckman. Sorry, Adam.
He's shuck and jive. All right, so that actually works out pretty good there. You guys should be seeing and hearing this.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna do the one for the feature presentation, y'all. I'm gonna do the one for the. Oops, hang on. I'm on
yeah, dude. Because the video's showing up, I just want to make sure the audio is. Because on my show, when I did my live intro, it blasted your ears. I felt really bad when I watched the replay.
Right.
It was way too loud.
All right, so I'm going to try this. Let's see. Actually, let me go back to that one. I should just be able to hit it hard. Boom, there it is.
I sound really loud on the stream. I sound like I'm clipping.
Okay, I'm going to try it again.
And now for our feature presentation.
Cool. Cool. That seemed to work. Did you guys hear it okay?
Yeah, I don't hear any audio from the bumper.
You don't?
No.
That's interesting. Okay.
Adam said his last name's been butchered for his entire life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
There it is. Now I hear it.
You do hear it. Okay, good.
Yeah, now I hear it. Turn it down just a hair. And we'll be good. Yeah, Chris said he heard it too. So awesome. We are not crazy. All right, guys, we're going to get started. If you're on Facebook, share this out. I'm going to share it to the Church Media Hacks group. Share it to your friends. Tag a friend in ministry. We're talking about video game ministry, so tag your youth pastor. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sharing to the Church Media Hacks group.
And did you send the email out?
Yes.
Good. Hello, everybody.
Send.
Everybody on the email. On the email. And I'm going to just double check to make sure that the playback works. I'm gonna test everybody just real fast. I'm gonna test the interview. I need people saying yes, I hear it. Just really quick.
Today on the Church Media Guys show, I am interviewing Matt Souza, who spends most of his time playing video games ever since he was growing up. He started in December 2014 broadcasting on a website called twitch.tv, which we'll talk about if you've never heard of it.
Okay, did you guys hear that?
The Facebook hasn't caught up to it yet.
Yes, I know. It's playing it now.
It's about to play. Yeah, sounds great.
Good.
Ryan said it could be louder.
Ryan said
it could be.
Okay. Ryan said it could be louder. Okay, Ryan.
So that's what you got to do. It's always fun. My name is Ryan McGill.
Okay, it's Ryan McGill. I'm not going to show up, but I'm going to complain.
Oh, stop. Dave making friends as always.
That's right. How to Lose Friends and Alienate People by Ira Carnegie, Dale Carnegie's no account brother. The one that grew up hearing, why can't you be more like your brother Dale?
That's funny. That is required reading
yes.
If you're ever going to go in ministry.
Yes, by Chad Carnegie. All right, kids, we're going to start here. All right, are you good with the tip of proness?
Oh, yeah. It's just going to be just talk to the camera, quick review.
Okay, good. All right, folks, let me look over here and make sure that everything is good. Where's your show notes? So they are. Did you put anything in here?
Yeah. Well, the usual stuff.
Yeah, but like nothing to make sure that we hit before we. Okay. So I don't have
just
to refer.
Pro tip, the free resources, the Church Media Hacks group, and then the clip and commentary.
All right. Awesome sauce.
And you got the keywords.
Yeah. The keywords about that. All right. Here we go, folks. Here we go. Let me bring up Justin. And then the next one is going to be our...
Name that tune.
The intro to Sanford and Son. Okay. You look good in the two-shot. I mean,
Yeah, everyone looks good.
I mean, you look good all the time, but I mean,
You look better because you're hosting it.
Yeah.
But that's how it be.
All right, here we go. Did you know that there is a new and relatively untapped mission field out there that very few people are thinking about? We're going to be talking about it today. Hey, guys, welcome to another episode of the thrilling, the exciting, the adventurous Church Media Guys show. My name is Dave Curley, and if we've not met, I am the founder of churchtrainingacademy.com, which is a place where you and I and other folks in media and ministry come together to learn how to use and exploit media, technology, things like that, and take the gospel to the world. With me, as always, is my intrepid co-host, Mr. Justin Nava. Hey, bud.
What's going on, Dave? Someday I have to look up what the word intrepid means because you might be underhanding me. You might be giving me a slight there, and I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll have to look that up later because right now I want to give a shout out to Ryan, Adam, Jordan, James, all you guys, Chris. I'm sure there's more that I'm missing that haven't spoke up in the live chat yet. Thank you guys for watching live. You guys are going to influence where we take the show and kind of the things we talk about. We have a couple points we want to talk about, but we'll also answer your questions if you have any further questions concerning. So thank you guys for watching the live stream Fridays at 11:15 if you're interested in joining the conversation.
Yes, thank you, guys. We are glad you're here. We love having y'all. Those of you that are watching, this is the live taping of our show, the Church Media Guys show. So you guys are our audience. So if you have questions or thoughts or comments or snide remarks, then be sure to leave them in the chat.
And if you're watching after the fact, feel free to leave a review on iTunes or subscribe on YouTube.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, you guys can go to churchtrainingacademy.com/podcast and get links for all that. And if you ever want to join us live, just go to churchmediaguyshow.com. Is it Church Media Guys Show or Church Media Guys? I think it's Church Media.
Let me check. I think we bought two of them.
I think we did, and I don't remember if we routed both of them or not. We're gonna do
Church Media Guys. Let's say churchmediaguys.com.
There you go. Churchmediaguys.com will take you.
I think it was Church Media Guys and the Church Media Guys. Those are the two that we own.
Right. So if you go there, you will be able to watch the live show, click over to Facebook, watch it on YouTube, all that sort of stuff. But now, guys, before we do anything more, before any further ado, let's go take a look at our pro tip. Hey, you got a pro tip for us, Justin? You've got something that you want to share with the class?
I do. There's something that I've been building for the last few months. I say building for the last few months. I built it a few months ago. It kind of got put on the shelf with some church transitions happening where we're taking it off, we're dusting it off, and we're opening it back up to discover the wonders inside. And that's something called cognitoforms. Because let me tell you, if you've ever been in my position where you find out that tomorrow there's a lock-in and you were supposed to do social media posts and have it on the website, or maybe there's a sign-up and deadline is Sunday and you got to put it up last week. Does that frustrate you as much as me? Maybe your children's pastor didn't know that they were supposed to provide childcare at this event, at the women's ministry event happening this weekend, and now she's got to scramble for nursery workers. That is one of the most frustrating things. Or perhaps when someone comes up to the pastor before he's ready to preach and says, "Hey, by the way, can you announce this?"
All right.
And the pastor's like, "Oh my goodness, like I just want to preach here."
I like the one where they're going to do something, or they're going to have an event of some kind this weekend, and like at church on Sunday, can we do a promo video for it?
Yeah,
what?
That's not quite. What? That's my camera has a phone. It's good. No, that's not how this stuff works. Okay,
that's right.
If you're tired of that, you need what's called an event communications request. Okay, this is simply a form, preferably online, that someone can say, "I want to do an event," and they go off and they have to fill out this form to get approval for the event. All right. Now, what the benefit is with this is you can do this on any platform is you get all the information up front. The name, the ministry, do they need facilities? Do they need room? Do they need cleanup? Will they need access to the kitchen? Will they need childcare? All that information is up front on one form. You don't have to remember anything. They have to fill it out. Number two, the tool that I like to use it for, or to use for this form, is Cognito Forms. Now, we'll have a link in the chat. We'll have a link in the show notes. And next week on the Justin Nava Show, I'm going to do a walkthrough of our Cognito form, how you can use it and build it. That will also be on our YouTube. It is an amazing tool. Super simple to use. You can get one form for free. So if this is the only form you use, no, you can get unlimited forms for free. You get one user. So if you're good with just being in charge of the forms, you can make unlimited forms. They're smart. They can change. It's a really good tool. So we'll put a link down below, and I will have a full walkthrough on the Justin Nava Show next week. It's super simple, and it just streamlines everything. And I mean, honestly, if you're a church of over 50, you should have something like this in your back pocket.
Very cool. Very cool. That was good. I like that. Hey, when we do the feature presentation, I need you to pot your microphone down.
What does pot mean? This way? This way.
No. Over on that mixer.
Okay.
Pull it down. Mute your
I don't have any sliders.
No.
Oh, you want me to mute my mic?
Yes, you have on your
knob.
On the knob. Yeah, pot.
Yeah.
Turn it down.
What does that mean? Turn it down or turn it off?
Just turn it down, get it off, mute it. Either hit a mute button,
just say mute.
Well,
pot your mic?
Yes.
Is that from like the old days when you didn't have a mute button and you had to stick your mic in a pot so no one heard you talk?
Okay.
To the bathroom.
Everybody who understands audio in the chat, start telling them I know what I'm talking about.
James gave me the definition to intrepid, so
yeah, I
think you're wrong there because it says fearless, adventurous,
intrepid,
unafraid, daunted, dauntless. I'm afraid right now.
Yes. Mute your mic.
Oh, by the way, I didn't say this for the recording. CTA Insiders, I'm going to give you my template, so you don't have to build one yourself. You just get my form.
Yes.
Just for the insiders.
Very cool.
I found out you can template it. So
very
Chris,
cool.
Get that template.
I dig. Want it. They're going to get some awesome click and go kind of stuff. Okay, real quick, let's do a thing for the Church Media Hacks group, and then as soon as we're done with that, I'm going.
You're breaking up.
Hang on. All right, am I back?
Yeah.
All right, good. For the we'll do a thing for the Church Media Hacks group, real quick, and then we'll go straight from that into the feature presentation intro, and then the feature presentation. Okay.
Okay. Hey, real quick. I usually just mute my mic on Zoom. Is that good enough? Or do I actually have to pot my mic on my board?
No, you can mute your mic on Zoom. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's what I do anyways.
Okay, good. Just making sure because
I don't want you to hear me go to the restroom or
no.
I don't want you to hear my wife yelling at me.
No, because the video is playing over the computer here.
Sure.
All right. Let's see here. All right, cool. All right. Hey, Justin, that is a cool resource. You recently showed it to me, and I think it's going to be really useful. I'm definitely going to be taking it to our church. Do you know of any kind of place on the internet at large where people can go and get other cool hacks and cheats and stuff like that? By any chance? I mean, do you have any ideas?
Would a group interest you if it had over 1,500 members now active in the group, answering your questions on anything you need or resources you have or obstacles that you might need to get some insight on? Would that fall under your category?
I could see that being useful. I mean, I really could. I mean, if I was just like, hey, I need to figure out what kind of camera I want to get, or how do I get this to work on my soundboard or something like that. If I had a place that I could go and pose a scenario, pose a question, and somebody out there with a little bit more knowledge than me could share something, I think I could benefit from that.
And you know what? We asked the same question a year and a half, not even a year ago,
Yeah,
and
less
we
than a year
didn't see
ago.
much out there. Specifically for the people that need to, be a little bit of a hacker and get past some things without spending $500. So you know what? We created the Church Media Hacks group, and it does all of that. In fact, it's a place where you can even just come and hang out with tech-minded people because, we don't always talk about tech. It's not a place where just a bunch of choosing beggars ask questions to solve your problems. No, we hang out there too.
Yeah.
Most recently, we talked about the new Baby Shark Netflix movie coming up, and the comments there are there's a few comments in there, and it kind of makes you think, oh yeah, this is something to either watch out for or something to stay away from. So you can kind of form your own opinions there. We're all like-minded people trying to do our best, getting our ministries up and running with the shoestring budget that we might be provided. So if that is you, go to churchmediahacks.com, or you can search the group in Facebook and join up there. Yeah, that was good. That's good. Tommy wants to know, did you just applaud yourself?
Oh, okay. Hang on. I won't. Hang on. Let me cut back to you. Okay. Go ahead and talk.
Tommy wants to know, did you just applaud yourself?
I don't know.
I don't know. You clapped in the mic.
Oh no, I wasn't. No, I was marking it, so I knew where to come and make the cut. And I'm gonna have to do that again because you went straight to having conversations with people instead of running into the.
Okay, all right, sorry. Trying to be engaging while I'm at it.
No, I know.
Chris said all the audio guys got a good laugh because I don't know what pot your mic means.
Nice,
come on.
Nice.
Can't even use context clues with that.
Too funny.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, here we go.
Today on the Church Media Guys show, I am interviewing Matt Souza, who spends most of his time playing video games ever since he was growing up. He started in December 2014 broadcasting on a website called twitch.tv, which we'll talk about if you've never heard of it. And through his video game broadcast, he has the privilege to minister to over 4,500 gamers every week to continue to teach them God's word and watch God move in their lives. And then in March 2016, Pastor Susie, or Matt Souza, began his journey as lead pastor of God Squad's Church, the world's first gamer church with a vision of leading gamers from virtual life to eternal life. Pastor Susie, I hope you don't mind if I call you Pastor Susie. Because
no, not at all. It's what most people call me.
Welcome to the show. And they say imitation is the highest form of flattery. So if I may say, welcome, my friend.
That's so great. That's so great, man. I'm doing amazing, man. Honestly, Justin, it's an honor to be here. Appreciate you guys having me on the show with you. Hopefully it'll be a great time. I'd love to encourage you and your community as well, man. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you taking the time. And did I nail it right? I know I don't have the fancy board.
It was perfect, man. I almost thought I was watching my own broadcast.
I want you to feel at home. So, Pastor Susie, Matt, you have an incredible story. And I kind of discovered twitch.tv earlier this year.
Yeah.
It's been kind of on and off Twitch since before, when it was Justin TV, I believe is when
that's a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah. He's been on and off and following it for a long time. But I discovered you because I was just going through Twitch and just looking for something. I started because a guy that I follow for one mobile game I play, and I was introduced to the platform, and I said, well, what else is going on? I came across a channel called Pastor Susie, and I thought that was interesting. I turned it on, and you were actually working out. It was a workout stream.
Wasn't too long ago then. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And it was maybe a month or two ago, and maybe 3 months. I don't know. And I just fell in love with watching you communicate with your audience,
sure.
Kind of give some tips and prayers and just welcoming everyone. And then I figured out that you're actually not a workout streamer. You're a video game streamer.
Oh, yeah. That's my thing, man.
Yeah. Tell me, first of all, for anyone that doesn't know, how would you describe the twitch.tv platform?
So Twitch.tv is an incredibly unique platform. When I first stumbled across it about 4 years ago, honestly, it was a new concept for me. I thought it was more so like watching YouTube, but it actually is a live broadcasting platform. And what it is you tune in the channel, and what you're viewing is live content. And what it is most of the time you'll see that there's full screen. It's just someone playing a video game, and in the bottom right or left side of the corner, you're gonna see a live video of that actual person. You'll see a microphone. Actually, when I'm streaming, you're seeing the exact same frame you're seeing here, but it's kind of small in the corner. And what you're doing is you're watching me play the game. And when people hear that, they're like, So you tell me that people sit down and for hours a day watch you play a video game. Why aren't they just going off and playing video games themselves? Why would anyone watch someone else play a game? And it's such a funny question, because when I hear that as a gamer, I ask myself, why do so many people sit down and watch other people play football? And it's because they love enjoying the content. They're fascinated by the game. But what is so interesting about twitch.tv is you're not just watching live content. You're able to interact by typing in the streamer, and you can talk with them by typing in the chat, and the streamer's able to respond to you verbally. And it really is like watching a live video content experience, and people really love it. And it's a great way to connect with people around the world.
Fantastic. And yeah, that's what I love about it, is because even more than like Facebook or Instagram Live, the group communication, the audience back and forth is really baked into Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
So much so that there's even Twitch bots that kind of do some of the conversing and the linking for you. So
they
you
help
kind
so
of read
much.
and respond, and they help. And then you also have moderators. Many, even the small streamers. I follow one guy that only has about 80 streamers in a typical weeknight episode, but he's got 4 or 5 moderators because they care about what he's doing. So so we know what Twitch is now. So tell me, what's your background here? How did you get onto online streaming, and how did you find an audience of video game streamers? And kind of walk me through this process of going from your divinity school, right? Because you went to seminary. Is that what I remember?
I went to North Point Bible College, where I graduated.
Yeah, Bible college.
In theology. Yep.
Tell me how you went from there to here.
Honestly, it is an interesting story, and I'll be honest, it's one that I never pictured myself doing. I went to North Point Bible College, where I graduated with a 4-year Bible degree. It's where I met my wife, Amanda, who's a huge part of our ministry. We lead our church together. And really the way it started was I was going through Bible college, and I'm a pretty simple guy, if I'll be honest. I never ended up, I never pictured myself graduating college and doing something different. It's actually funny that my friends would be like, we're going to graduate, and we're going to change the world, do something the world's never seen. And I was like, no, I'm just going to sit in a chair, sit in pie, and be like a normal pastor. But when I graduated college, that's what I ended up doing. I was the normal pastor. I was an associate pastor, and suit and tie on a Sunday, and preaching and loving on people, and I loved it. And God was using me to do some really cool things in people's lives. But all behind the scenes, my whole life, I grew up playing video games. I loved it, loved it, loved it. I've always been fascinated by video games. But I was also a little broken by the negative connotation that people have about video gamers, that there's a stigma, unfortunately, that says that gamers are irresponsible, going to live in their mom's basement until they're 35. And most people don't hear about a gamer and think, oh, you must be super intelligent and super successful and responsible. It's just not the stigma that people have. And I never wanted to associate that with myself. And when I was your normal pastor, as I call them, a lot of times there was an identity issue really kind of developing my heart, that I would ask myself, what if our church knew what I did when I go home? What if they knew that behind closed doors I'm playing video games? Are people going to think I'm immature? And are they not going to view me the same? And it became, honestly, for me, really an identity issue. And God began to work in my heart, help me realize that my identity is not found in the fact that I play video games. It's found in the fact that I'm a child of God. He created me the way that I am, gave my own unique gifts, talents, and abilities to be able to serve and love people and honor him around me. And as I began to embrace that side of myself, I just wanted to get curious about, okay, how can I connect with other gamers? Because gamers like me sit in chairs like these by themselves all day long, and begin to realize, how can I connect with them? And that was when I found twitch.tv. Just literally Googling like online gaming communities, and Twitch was one of the top ones. And I clicked on it. As I mentioned earlier, I was confused as to what it was. And when I realized I was watching a streamer by the name of Summit1G, with 25,000 people watching him live. And when I saw him answer their question, I was completely blown away. And I just asked myself, can you imagine if he was sharing the gospel with all of these people, using his platform of influence to excel and build the kingdom of God? And I said, hey, man, somebody's got to try this. Somebody's got to give this thing a shot. And to my knowledge at the time, nobody was doing it. So I went out and bought just the minimum equipment that I needed. I had an Xbox One, and I bought just a little camera. Everything was super low quality, didn't even have a computer, but it allowed me to go live. And I did. It just started going on twitch.tv. And while I was playing Halo and, playing the game, just sharing the gospel, and people would come in, and I'd read Bible stories to them, and people were dialoguing and just having great conversation. And people always ask, how do you build a community? And honestly, it was just one person at a time. And here we are almost 4 years later, having the privilege of shared the gospel with over 350,000 gamers from every single continent in the planet. But really, it all just began out of a question. I believe that anything that's innovative that's ever done normally is a solution to a problem. And the solution and the problem that I was finding was that there was a huge disconnect between the church and gamers. Although I do not believe that there is a disconnect in God's heart for gamers. God loves gamers. And we got to ask ourselves the questions, how are we going to get the gospel to people who don't leave their house? For people to sit home all day, they're watching other people on Twitch. Jesus calls us to go to where people are at and minister to them. And as soon as I found out about Twitch, I said, this has got to be the way, and to God be the glory. I really believe that it is.
That's amazing. What kind of you were still, when you started on Twitch, you were still an in-person pastor, let's call it.
Correct. Yes.
When did that evolve into you becoming a full-time pastor? I would call a full-time pastor on Twitch with your church.
So I had been my wife and I were at a church in Connecticut for a few years, and all along my pastor was aware of what we were doing. And as it began to grow and grow, really the whole church was aware that, one of our pastors loved to play video games, and thank God that most of them were, they were okay with it. They understood the vision, and my pastor, super supportive, Pastor Chris Willis, he changed my life, and I'm super grateful for him. He'd give me opportunities to share on a Sunday morning about what I was doing to help the church understand. And it reached a point where even my pastor said that everyone was aware that eventually this transition was going to happen. And because it was just growing so fast, growing so large, and they realized that it reached a point where I was going to need my full-time attention. And it was January 1st of 2016 where I made that first decision, that step of faith. To be honestly, the finances weren't there. Logistically, according to our site, it didn't make any sense. But I knew that God was calling us to take a step of faith. And January 1st is when I decided to go full-time. And 2 months later is when we actually started the church live on stream on March 24th, 2016. And it's been an incredible venture ever since.
Wow, what a man! I'm still flabbergasted. I've been watching him for 6 months or so, off and on, and I'm still flabbergasted that this is happening. That he's growing an online church basically through his gaming channel, and when I see the chat when I'm watching his show, I don't know if you pay attention to the chat or if you're just watching the gameplay or just using it as ambient music or whatever. But when I'm taking a look at some of the chat, and some of the people at various times will be giving him an update on what's going on in their life, like I shared Christ with my sister and she got saved, and then he speaks to that as he's playing Spider-Man or whatever it is, World of Warcraft or something like that. And I've seen him like in like say World of Warcraft, go and hide somewhere so no one can mess with him, and then just sit there and stare at the camera and counsel somebody, lightly, not big, heavy one-on-one and stuff, but start quoting scripture to them and working with them for 2 or 3 minutes, and then go ahead and continue the game. And I'm just, you talk about an untapped mission field. This is huge, dude.
Yeah, it's like he said. There's a group of people that, I don't know if you use this exact word, but there's a group of people that's kind of been marginalized by the church. And I don't mean like video games are the devil. Okay, I don't think that's a prominent cultural belief inside the church.
Right.
Once you're at a youth ministry, there's really no gaming going on in the church, right? Like the church might have an Xbox.
Not officially, right.
They might have a Wii for the youth ministry, and they might break it out for lock-ins or whatnot. But there's no place where like you can feel comfortable talking to someone at church about WoW. No, it's anyone can walk up to someone in church and start talking about the Dallas Cowboys in Texas. Okay, you can't do that with WoW or D&D or Spider-Man, PlayStation.
It has to be one of your friends who you're already engaged with in that world. Just like talking about a Marvel movie, to go over. You and I would see each other after church and then ask, did you see Black Panther? Yeah, dude.
Exactly.
We would do that, but it's that special thing.
There's not that many of them,
right? Not that we know
of.
of.
Find the guy in the corner, and you can't really talk to anyone else about it,
right?
So he's basically reaching out to these people and say, no, you guys can be the core of this church.
Mhm.
And a lot of our interview was about Pastor Susie's channel, his church channel, God Squad Church. You know, that happens on Saturday nights. But the fact that Pastor Susie has his, I would call it a video game ministry going on throughout the week. He's using tools to enhance his ministry, like Discord and, you know, Twitch to stream and all that. And he does have a website. He's using what's out there, and he's going where the people are, right? He didn't say we communicate on Facebook. He uses Discord, which is like video game Slack. Okay, if you know what Slack is, or
Right.
Microsoft Teams, Discord is the exact same thing, except it's geared toward video games. And he uses that
Right.
as his primary way of communicating with his church. It's huge. Ryan said this was an awesome interview, and it really absolutely was. I'm very thankful we got Pastor Susie, and I know his name is Matt, but I'm just
Right.
never not going to call him Pastor Susie. That's how I know him. And he's growing every day. He had I can't remember the number exactly, so I don't want to misrepresent it. But I remember one time I looked up, and I have him on in the background, and I looked up and I saw, wow, he's got that many viewers watching right now on a Thursday at 2:00. I was impressed. So the people are out there. So the question is, does a video game ministry work? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And you can start it in your own church, right?
Right.
Start just like we used to have board game nights for the city. Have a video game night, you know? And yeah, don't be too concerned if people bring Mortal Kombat. You know, people are going to bring what they like.
It's okay.
Okay, I know it's not it's a kind of a gory game, but that's what's gonna bring people in. Okay, so yeah,
The idea.
Ryan said it best. I think he said, step out in faith and go where the harvest is.
Right.
And there is plenty to harvest with the video game culture.
Yeah, there is that. The whole idea behind ministry, at least it should be. And if you're not thinking like this, then as far as I'm concerned, you're thinking wrong. Is to go where the ministry is needed, right? Don't stand on the front steps of your church going, all you sinners come in. You know, there's that them knowing that that's a place of safety is important, okay? Where they can come and they can, you know, get ministered to. That's extremely important. But that you shouldn't be standing out there flagging down cars as they're driving by and saying, you're a sinner, come in here and get saved. That's just not it. You go to where they are. That's the reason that we have mission trips. That's the reason why we go and help build a church in Uganda. And that's the reason that, you know, we go and do our work in the Philippines and in Latvia and all these other places, is because there is ministry opportunities there. There are people that are clamoring for the gospel, clamoring for friendship, for discipleship, for help in reaching other people for Christ and stuff. So we readily, you know, plunk down $1,500 for an airfare ticket, and, you know, take a week of our vacation and go over there and, you know, help build water wells and stuff like that. The digital space, the gaming community is just as fertile. There's a bunch of lost kids. There's a bunch of lost, millennials. There's a bunch of lost adults. There's a bunch of people out there that don't feel, in some cases, that they fit in normal society. And this is where they go to find people that are like them, that understand their language, okay, as well as people that fit perfectly in society. My pastor, he has no problem wandering around through society, yet he gets in and goes and plays Fortnite. He gets in and goes and plays PUBG. He goes and plays, you know, World of Warcraft or whatever like that, because he likes it. And just like Susie said, the thing that he said, like right at the beginning, that cements it for me, and I use this as the analogy. Well, who wants to go watch people watch somebody play a video game? And all. It's like, well, who goes and watches football games? Here, got AT&T Stadium right here. Got a bunch of fat guys who sit out in the parking lot and swill beer and get loaded on pork chops and barbecue and stuff like that. You know, and they pay $150 to park, and then they go in, you know, with their $300 ticket to watch a whole bunch of giants, you know, smash each other around on the field and throw a ball back and forth. And why don't you just go down and play? You know, it's come on. It's just watching someone play a game.
With this. It's the same thing, right? Okay, why do you watch football games? Well, because they're good at what they do. Okay,
right.
I can't play with that. Okay, well, the same thing with the competitive streamers.
Right.
I can't play Super Smash Brothers as good as they can. It's fun to watch them. And let me leave you with these numbers. Right now, Pastor Susie is live right now on twitch.tv. When you're done watching live here, you can go watch him. 102 people watching live.
Yeah.
Okay. But if I look on Twitch, the featured channels right now, someone is playing Resident Evil. It's a horror game. 7,608 people are watching him.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's playing FIFA. Looks like they're having a FIFA championship
soccer or something
cup.
Like that. Yeah.
It's a soccer game.
Yeah.
50,000 people watching someone play soccer and watching kind of a tournament bracket go on. Okay. Right. Fortnite, there's a few thousand people always watching Fortnite.
Yeah, any given Fortnite channel.
Any given Fortnite stream, someone's going to be watching.
Uh-huh.
So the numbers are out there. The people are out there, and they're on the platform. They're on Twitch.
Right.
So, yeah, it's that you got to go out there. Chris said it as well. Ministry fills needs. You do whatever it takes to bring people to Christ. You step out and go to where they are.
And if you think that this is a fad, that this is a passing thing, if you're my age, I'm in my mid 40s. I was here when it all started, when the video game stuff started. Okay, I remember going to the arcades, we're going to Chuck E. Cheese and getting $5 worth of tokens and playing all this sort of stuff. So these things have been around for 40 years, okay? But then on top of that, esports is a huge thing now. I mean, it is going to be as big as Major League Baseball, as the National Football League, as NASCAR. It is growing and growing and growing. Esports here in Arlington, okay, across the street from the the stadium, the big like 2 blocks over from AT&T Stadium, from the Texas Ranger Ballpark, we have the largest esports arena in the country. Okay, here in Arlington, Texas. Okay, and they have gigantic screens, and people come in from all over the world, and they connect remotely to play with the people that have come in from all over the world, and they do these gigantic tournaments. This is a part of our culture from now on. You can say it's good, you can say it's bad. Just be sure whatever, okay? If you're going to say it's bad and we don't need to be doing it, then you need to say the exact same thing about every other piece of entertainment on the planet, okay? So the reality is it's here, it's not going anywhere, it's growing, and there are people like you and me and my daughters and my dad and Justin's dad and everybody else who likes to play a game of some kind, okay? They're out there. We need to reach them just like we need to reach the skater kids at the park, just like we need to reach the homeless people out on the street, just like we need to reach the poor and the single mothers and the elderly and all this kind of stuff. So I want to encourage you. Look in your church, look around, ask around who's gaming. Let's have a game night. Let's start a Twitch channel and we'll do these little tournaments or something where 3 or 4 of us play, and we'll let the people in the church know if they want to come watch or whatever, and we'll start ministering to other people. I would encourage you to, if nothing else, just you yourself, go check it out. If you play a game, stream it and start talking to people. Start building a little bit of an audience. It's really cool, and I think it bears some serious looking at.
Yeah, so James said you don't even have to be good. This is James on the live stream. Uh-huh. You don't even have to be good at gaming to bring people in. They'll come if they feel welcome.
Right.
They'll come if you let them feel they belong. So if you want to get started, you don't have to be great at gaming. You just have to kind of know your way around, play your favorite game. Number 2, you have to get started with some of this live streaming stuff. And you can go out and find millions of hours of YouTube videos on it, but you got to go find it yourself. It's not compiled into one place, and it's not specifically geared towards ministry. Dave, tell us, where can we find live streaming training geared towards ministry for a limited time, low price?
For a limited time, low price, you can come to churchtrainingacademy.com/join. That's churchtrainingacademy.com/join. Yeah, that's what Justin and I are doing. And actually, just as you were talking, it made me think, I think we need to maybe do a tutorial or two about how to, really? You just cut off in the middle of the show? Way to go. Okay. Thanks, Justin. All right. as Justin was talking there, it occurred to me that maybe we need to do some tutorials, maybe a little course or something on setting up a gaming live stream for your ministry. There's certain things that you need to do, certain considerations and things like that, and that's something that actually I'm going to be doing here. I'm actually in the process of getting a new Xbox, and I'm going to start doing some of this. And I know Justin is playing around and stuff. So I think we may actually be putting together a little course on how you can start doing some live streaming on Twitch and sort of breaking into this new ministry area. But regardless, you can learn how to do this. You can learn how to do live streaming, church communications, all that kind of stuff. If you go to churchtrainingacademy.com/join, and at the time of this taping, I don't know when you're watching this, but at the time of this taping, as we're rounding out January of 2019, it is still for the monthly price of $27 a month, and starting in February, the price is going up to $37 a month. So if you want to save $10, go ahead and get in now. If you're watching this 6 months down the line, you missed it. Sorry, we've upped our price, and it's still a huge bargain at $37 a month. So we would love for you to come and become a CTA insider. Go to churchtrainingacademy.com/join. You'll be able to see all the wonderful things that we offer our insiders, and that list is growing as we go deeper and deeper and deeper into our ministry, our business, teaching everybody how to use and exploit media and technology to take the gospel to the world. All right, now I got to come up with a closing again. And no, I didn't write a closing from last week. I'm thinking. Bear with me. Bear with me. Pastor Susie is not the only person out there who is ministering to folks through Twitch and through other online platforms and stuff. And I encourage you to investigate this and other, counterculture in some cases, ministries that are out there. But if you like this, be sure to leave a comment below. If you have questions, be sure to leave a comment below. And if you want to learn how to do more and more and more, then check out one of these videos over here. We've got things on. We've got training, we've got shows, we've got interviews, we've got tips and tricks and all that sort of stuff right here on our YouTube channel, right here at churchtrainingacademy.com. So be sure to check out all the things that we have to offer and take the things that you're learning and use them to go out there and change lives. All right, there we go. Y'all, he ditched me. He fled, right? And see, those of you who stepped away. So this window right over here, this one, not the one that I'm talking with on the camera right here, pointing at that other window, that's my webcam view that he has, and that's where Justin is in that shot. And so he asks a question, and all of a sudden he disconnects, and I'm sitting here looking at a two-shot of me. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Gonna have to get on to him about that. Y'all get on to him about that too. Anyway, if you guys have any questions or anything, go ahead and ask them. I am going to stay around for a few minutes and visit with you guys before I get on to other things. And let me close Zoom. I'll bring up the window where I can see everybody. Mercy. Anybody using Twitch? Anybody twitchifying? Are you twitchifying? It's a really thing, and you guys be sure to go and follow Susie as well. One of the things that's really cool is that you can, as a I'm trying to get to my my notes for or my chat here for the Facebook group. One of the things that is really cool is that Twitch has been around for a long time, not as Twitch. It was called Justin TV. And I don't know if anybody remembers this, but like 2008, 2009, 10 maybe, this guy, Justin, I can't remember his last name, but this guy put together a streaming service, this thing, Justin, it was called Justin TV, and he was live streaming his life. So he had on like a camera that he wore, and he would basically, live stream everything he was doing. He would do a point of view thing. He would switch it to, the one in his bedroom while he's working on projects and doing stuff like that. You'd come in sometimes and there was a night cam shot of him snoring. I mean, it was him and his roommates. They put this whole thing together, got it incubated with like Y Combinator or something like that. Got funding and did all this sort of stuff, and then eventually left. This is when Ustream was coming up, and YouTube was starting to do. These guys had already been going for a while when YouTube was starting to do live streaming and stuff. Anyway, and then they focused that market on the gaming, and it became Twitch. And then in the last year or two, the folks over at Amazon bought it, and it's now an Amazon property, Twitch is. But one of the things that's really cool is that if you are a Amazon Prime member, you can subscribe to a channel. You can support a Twitch channel with a portion of your Amazon Prime membership. So, like, I think it's like $5. Basically, you follow a channel or support a channel this month, and they get like $5. And you don't have to add anything else. It's just a part of your membership. That money goes to help support that channel, which is really cool. And one of the things that that Pastor Susie, Matt, says when people are doing that, he thanks them for doing that. And it's really cool because the people that are doing that are helping to support that ministry that he's doing and helping to take care of his family and help relieve financial needs that his family has. He's got a growing family just like I do and just like Justin does and many of you do. And so just like you can become a CTA insider, and that helps to build Church Training Academy, which takes care of my family, takes care of Justin's family, and allows us to put more of our time and more of our effort into providing value for you. You're able to do that with any Twitch channel, but I would say go and support Pastor Susie, or find someone like him out there that is doing ministry like that, and go ahead and sponsor him so that you can help them not have to worry so much about their financial needs and focus on the content they're creating and the ministry that they're doing through that channel. Really, really cool. Really cool. Anybody, any of y'all twitching? Anybody not just watching, but actually like Twitch, live streaming on Twitch? I want to know. And I'd like to know what you think, what you've experienced, what you've run into doing that, because it's something that I'm giving serious consideration to. I'm jumping back into gaming. I was gaming as a child, obviously, in grammar school, high school, all that stuff growing up. But once I got into college, I was playing video games, in the rec center and stuff at school, playing pinball and all that sort of stuff. When I got into life, I really didn't do a whole lot. Did a little bit here and there in the 90s. Got the first Xbox, still actually there in our bedroom. Got the first Xbox and played Halo and stuff like that, but I never did the online thing. And now that I've got some disposable income and I've got a little bit of time that I can dedicate a week to playing for a couple hours and stuff, I'm going to be playing with my pastor and some friends, playing Fallout and a few other things like that. But I think I want to stream some of this stuff and start developing a little bit of a channel and just see what happens. I can be the new guy that everybody makes fun of because I'm a total noob and they keep shooting in Fortnite or whatever. So anyway, if anybody's doing that, let me know. Let's see, iMod, a person on Mixer. Is that somebody? Look into Mixer app as well. Xbox comes fully integrated with it. Yeah. Let's see here. James says you don't have to be good at gaming to bring people in. Yep. That's definitely true. Let's see here on the YouTube. Check out the comments here. I'm sorry, it's at a weird angle. My daughter likes to play Paw Patrol on the PS4. Awesome. That's Ryan playing, not his daughter. Let's see. Oh yeah, Justin has a really good. Jordan has a really good point. If you are doing a LAN party, where like you and your friends are all gathered together in the same room, bring your own device, that kind of thing. As much as you can, use hardware networking, like get a hub and plug your computers in or plug your Xbox or whatever, hardline into it, so that you're able to not have the spotty issues that sometimes Wi-Fi causes like that. You want to have a hard line so it's as pure as possible. put on some music here for you guys. Go. Tommy says that he has subscribed using Prime on Twitch. Awesome. Oh, Ryan, you guys are streaming your service to Twitch as well. Are you getting any viewership, anything like that? I'm curious how that's working, because I've been thinking about trying something like that as well, and maybe even doing it here to see. I know it's a largely geek and gaming community and stuff, and I'm wondering if there is an audience for a church as well as for Church Training Academy. I'm curious what you've seen. And yes, you do have to renew the Twitch membership each month. No, Tommy, CTA is not on Twitch yet, but it is something I'm interested in doing. Oh, the music's too loud? Okay. Is that better? By the way, Justin, I can't believe you just left me in a two-shot, disappeared, and now I've had two images of myself while I'm just still sitting there talking. Thanks, dude. Ryan says they started 2 weeks ago on Twitch. Nothing the first time, and we had 2 last week. That's good. They have maker channels, music channels, even cooking. Good. So they are fleshing out, which is good. All right, cool. Good deal. Yeah, we may try it. We may do that. We've kicked around the idea. I have no problem doing a live stream. Doing Church Media Guys show. I mean, we're streaming to YouTube. We're streaming to Facebook. Might as well stream to Twitch as well. I got no problem doing that. It's just another window to visit people with and stuff like that. So it definitely bears some looking into. Anyway, guys, I've got like a million things that I have to do. I have thoroughly enjoyed hanging out with y'all, and of course, we'll be hanging out next week as well. Hope you guys have a fantastic week. Go ahead and keep talking in the chat there. Anybody's got questions or anything like that, everybody is there to help and do. Also, be sure to hang out with us over in the Church Media Hacks group. If you're not already one of our Church Media hackers, then you need to join. Come hang out with us. And if you're not a CTA insider, oh my gosh, the clock is ticking on you getting in at the soft launch rate. So please take care of that quickly before the prices go up. You guys have a fantastic week. I hope that everything goes well for you, and I hope everything goes smooth for you guys this weekend. Those of y'all that are helping with the production at church and everything, hope everything goes absolutely fantastic. And be sure to share your church's live stream with us. Let us see what you guys are doing. We want to know what y'all are doing. We want to know how we can help. Y'all have a fantastic week.